adding that shine and moisture to your hair once you're done styling. So let's see, another question. I recently got a haircut and started wearing my hair curly. It's 3A, 3B, but I've been noticing it's not holding definition and it's just frizzy after my cut. She's asking for any recommendations. So I would definitely say the biggest thing for 3As and 3Bs, like we are really trying to get those defined, pop-in, frizz-free curls, and it's really all about the technique. So the biggest thing I would say is really starting to style your hair in the shower. Once you're done washing, like you are ready, your hair is soaking wet, and that's when you actually start scrunching, using a primer, such as, let's see, I have one of my 3A, 3B writers. Her name is Lindsay, and she's sharing some techniques, so I'm gonna go with her. And her primer, she likes to use the, what is it? So a primer such as the Diva Curl. A primer, then a leave-in conditioner, and then a gel. And I would definitely say I just recently started using gels, and gels and mousses are probably like one of like the most underrated stylers. They actually really combat a lot of frizz, but it is a process though. So like first, really finding out what your hair needs, and it also depends on the season. So like I said, a primer, a leave-in, and then a custard or a gel depending on your hair type.
Do you want to reiterate for people just joining what we're talking about?
Hey, Naturally Curly World, for those of y'all who just joined the fun, so we are doing a live Q&A, and this will be every Monday, and we're answering any question that you have about curly hair, transitioning, how to style your curls, product recommendations for your curl type, anything. Any struggles, girl, let us know in the comments below, and we will answer them right here and right now. So I was just sharing, we had a question about someone with 3A, 3B curls, and really just trying to help them with some recommendations. And I was just sharing really about the technique and the products. So I was referring to one of my writers, who is Lindsay. She's a contributor for us, and she's a 3B curly, and she has a great styling and drying process. And she first uses a primer, and all of this is like when her hair is soaking wet and she's still in the shower. A primer, a leave-in conditioner, and then a gel or a custard, just depending on your hair type. And like I said, doing all that when your hair is soaking wet, using the praying hands method when you're really, going from root to tip, and then raking it through with your leave-in conditioner, and then scrunching with that gel and really getting it in. Once it's dry, get your pick out the roots, and you're good to go. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment below. Whether it's about you just now starting your curly hair journey, transitioning, how often do you get trims, clarifying shampoos, whatever it is, let us know, and we'll answer them right now.
I'm not seeing any questions right now, but 19 people are watching.
Okay. Hey guys, we're still here. So if y'all have any urgent questions, you're just like, girl, this is my struggle right now. It is so real. I have not figured it out.
Oh, here. I have curly hair, but I'm afraid to wear it to school because I don't want people to tell me that my hair is frizzy or puffy.
Girl, please, you better rock that hair. Seriously, like, I feel like, first off, don't be so focused on what people would think about you. Definitely, like, try your best just to be confident in your most natural state. But I totally feel your struggle. It took me a long time to embrace my curls. And I would say the biggest challenge is finding products. Can you tell me what is your curl pattern like? Or like, do you know what curl type you are? And maybe I can help with some product recommendations.
Let's see if she says anything.
Gotta start having our little music in between time.
Right. What are ways to prevent knotting in type 4 curls?
So definitely finding a good detangler. So I actually have two really good detanglers that I like that work for my 3C hair, but also I know Geraldine is our type 4 editor, and she likes these as well. And one of them is the Oyen Oh My Glide. That detangler is everything. But also too, like, of course, getting your hair wet. So refreshing it with the water bottle, and then adding a detangler, and then of course a wide tooth comb. Do not detangle your hair when it's dry. Like, that's just the first tip. Just don't even try that at home, sis. It ain't it. So Oyen Oh My Glide is one of the detanglers, and another one is the Sotanicals. I'm going blank on it. Well, of course, so Kinky Curly Not Today is another one. But let me look up the Sotanicals one too, because that's also my fave.
Someone asked, what are ways to prevent like hand in hair syndrome for types 3 and 4?
Yeah,
and then
I got that, girl.
And then another one is oh, people are really asking oh god
You're like, no one's here. Oh my god, where you at?
Someone asked tips for transitioning hair.
Okay, so first I want to talk about the detangling for the type 4 hair. So I said Kinky Curly Not Today. That is like holy grail since forever ever. And then we have the Oyen Oh My Glide. And then there's also a Sotanicals. Also has a really good one, but I can't think of like the actual name for it. But Sotanicals, Kinky Curly Not Today, and Oyen. And then one about transitioning.
Hand in hair
Okay.
syndrome.
So it's actually interesting. I recently did some research and found out that by you constantly putting your hand in your hair, that can lead to breakage. So definitely for those type 3 curlies, once you have your hair set and ready, like me, my finger coils are there. I don't want to keep being like playing with it all day, because that could lead to breakage. So I would just say it's just a habit that you have to really work on personally. And like, once you know that your hair is good to go, you have the fluff down, the volume is there, like really leave it alone. Because it's also, your hands are really dirty and you're getting dirt in your hair. So just definitely stay away from that.
Tips for transitioning hair.
So I big chopped almost 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy to believe now. But that first year, girl, you're gonna have to embrace that struggle life. Like, seriously, it's not gonna be easy. You're still, like, unless you truly go for a big chop, you'll have some dead ends or whatever, some straight ends and curly. But really just finding products that work for you and techniques. Like, for me, the finger coil method works the best because I do have some looser curls that I want more defined in the back and the sides. So just finding methods that work for you, whether it's finger coil, whether it's a braid out, a twist out, finding things that work for you for sure.
People are asking like what you tell your stylist when you go for a haircut or a trim.
So definitely do your research on the stylist and really understand like what her expertise is, and check out her Instagram and her website and really get a clear vision on what you want to. Wait before you start talking to her. Make sure that you have that vision, that very clear vision of like what you're going for. Here's the length, because it's been too many times for me too, where like take a little bit off and then she's like, okay, and then I look up and I'm like bald. So just really being clear and like finding a lot of inspiration of what you're looking for, and having as many examples with the stylist like in your consultation way before you make your appointment. That's my biggest thing for sure.
Someone is asking about, so they, I think, big chopped and they're having trouble growing hair at the nape of their neck.
Yeah.
Asking for tips about that, growing hair back there.
I would say really for hair growth in general, really just finding a good scalp oil. Because I feel like the more that your scalp is moisturized and healthy overall, that will increase your hair growth. Now for the nape of the neck, I am not too familiar on that one, but I can definitely do some research and come back to you for that. But overall, I would really just say like a black castor oil, some type of really good oil to cleanse your scalp regularly, or moisturize your scalp regularly, I meant to say.
A couple people have said that they have protein sensitive hair and they're asking for like product recommendations for low protein products.
And you know, that's interesting because I feel like we're starting to hear that more. And I don't have an answer for that, but I am totally about to look up some for y'all because I feel like that is a recurring question that we're getting more often. So let me look that up for you so I can give y'all the best answer, because that is not my expertise for protein sensitivity. Protein rich products, but if you're protein sensitive,
We can always answer it next week too.
Yeah,
if
and
you
yeah,
wanna
I
do
think
some
I think for
research.
sure I'll come back to the protein sensitive products. I'll write that down so I can be sure to get that answer for y'all. Any other questions y'all had?
Someone said that they have 3C hair similar to yours, and it's frizzy no matter how much product they put in it, and they end up putting it up every day. Do you have any advice for them?
So I will definitely say when I heard putting as much product, what did you just say?
They said that no matter how much
much
product
product,
they put
okay.
in, it's still frizzy.
Yeah, and see, I think what I've learned too is that like less is more with products. But I can just share my routine just because we do have similar hair types. So what my routine is I refresh in the morning with the water bottle, and then I add a mousse. So I have learned, y'all, that like mousses are like the key. Like they are really, really undervalued really, but I feel like they are truly like that frizz-free combat product. So finding a mousse that really works, and my favorite is the Design Essentials Almond Avocado Mousse, and then raking that through my hair, and then applying a gel. So then one of my favorite gels is the Camille Rose Curl Maker. So then I apply the gel, and then I do my finger coils, and then once my hair is dry, I add an oil, like a spray oil, which is I really like the Ouidad Mongogo oil, and then I fluff. But then I think earlier I was saying too, but it's not touching it. I think the more that you touch it, the frizzier it becomes. So yeah, I would really just say finding a routine that works for you, and then really sticking to it, and really trying to figure out what product and like what technique works best for you.
Cool.
Y'all have any more questions? We are about to sign off, y'all. Let us know in the comments below.
And then maybe just tell them, like, if they have any questions, they can comment on Instagram or on here.
Okay.
And we can answer them next week.
Cool. So we're about to sign off, y'all. So if y'all have any more questions you want to know about curly girl tips, product recommendations, whatever it is, comment below right here, and we'll answer them next week. So we will be doing live Q&As every Monday, so be sure to tune in. Bye, y'all.